Hi, my name is Don Tipping, and I'm here at my farm in southwestern Oregon where we have Siskiyou Seeds, which is an organic bioregional seed company. And I recently helped a friend create 3 raised beds for her home garden. And I'd never done that before, and I was doing some brainstorming of how to build a cost-effective and durable raised bed with readily available materials. So what I'm going to do today, and we'll post a picture of that here in this video, of those finished ones where we use logs for the corners, but we have a forest and cedar logs are readily available. So instead I'll be using these 2x6s for the corners. And these are all materials that you can go to Home Depot or your local hardware store and obtain fairly inexpensively. Altogether, this is about $100. What's not pictured here is some gopher wire, and we'll be lining the bottom of that, and you'll see that in the finished product. So just here from, we'll kind of cover what we're using. The 2x4s, you can see I've already cut 45s to create miter joints. This will be a rim around the top, so we don't have any exposed metal edges that are sharp, and it's a spot to set your tea or coffee or seeds or tools or sit. And then the galvanized metal, this is just utility metal roofing, 2 sides and 2 ends. The 2x6s will be for corners that will attach the roofing. These are for some mid-span supports so that it won't bow under the weight of the soil. And then the tools you would need would just be cordless drills. You really only need one. We're going to be using these metal roofing screws. They go through the metal really easily, and they're rust proof and pretty durable to use. And there's a special bit, if you're not familiar with that, it's magnetic, and you want one of those to do this. And then these Torx screws for assembling the wooden part, and these, if you're not familiar with it, they're awesome, and it's well worth upgrading to this type of screw. You could use a small cordless circular saw or corded saw or a chop saw if you had one to do all your cuts. So next we'll show us building it and then go over the finished product and fill it with some soil. And hopefully this is helpful for you. Thanks. So here is our completed raised bed. This is 4 feet wide by 8 feet long and 2 feet tall. And we've filled it with a mixture of topsoil and composted cow manure here from the farm. And we're ready to plant. And depending on the time of the year, you could be putting either spring crops, summer crops, flowers, herbs, fall crops. Here we're going to plant this with fall crops like radishes, lettuce, spinach, cilantro, cool loving crops like that. Probably some kale and calendula. And I wanted to just share some of kind of why you might want to create a raised bed as opposed to growing right in the ground. Most of what we do here on the farm is growing in the ground because this is fairly labor intensive to build. However, if you live in a home in an urban or suburban environment, oftentimes when they were developing that site and doing the earthworks for the septic and plumbing and driveways and all that stuff, they bulldoze the topsoil, which is supposed to be on top, underneath subsoil. So many people wind up with a yard that has very poor soil. And so that's one thing, is you can create excellent soil above ground and then concentrate your efforts. Some people really appreciate the organized fashion of it in terms of it's really clear where you're growing things and where you're not. Another thing is the ergonomic element of it, because it's raised up and you can bend over and reach it, and you don't have to squat down as much. So, and then other folks just, that's how they learn to garden and that's how they want to do it, and that's fine. So for you, you'd have to choose whether that's right for you or not. And, thanks for watching this video. Check out our website where we have seeds and tools and other growing information. And make sure to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. And stay tuned for more helpful things here from the lived experience of permaculture in action. Thanks.